and gentlemen, thank you for joining us here today. I'm, of course, Gregor Guy, joined here by Mr. Coz and Mr. Casey. For your viewing pleasure out there, we're going to be doing or picking Week 18 of the NFL season. So I'm just going to go ahead and toss it over to you, Casey. What transpired there last week?
All right, so last week, Week 17, I had 12 wins. Guy had 12 wins. Cuz had 9 wins. Right now, as it sits on the overall leaderboard, Guy's got 141. More than likely, he's going to win the regular season. Cuz has 138, and I have 137.
So pretty tight race for second there.
Yep, tight race for second. But if he has the same performance he had last week, it's going to be an easy overcome for him.
But you'll still be in second, though, right?
I mean, we got the playoffs coming up, and I did want to discuss something about the playoffs, but we'll discuss that.
Yeah, we'll do that afterwards.
All right. So next up, we got Week 18 for the NFL. I just want to say that there's only 2 teams from the NFC that are possibly going to make it to the playoffs. All the other teams are set. The 49ers and the Saints are the only 2 teams that can make it to the playoffs that aren't already in the playoffs. In the AFC, it's a little bit different. You got the Colts and the Chargers, who are more than likely going to make it to the playoffs. And then you have, so that's 2 teams. And then there's 3 other teams that have that have a shot at getting the last spot, and that's the Raiders, the Steelers, and the Ravens. All right, so let's start the first game for Week 18. We got New Orleans against Atlanta. If New Orleans wins and the 49ers lose, then New Orleans makes it to the playoffs.
Man, starting off tough. I'm going to take New Orleans, though.
Yeah, I'm going to go New Orleans.
All right,
New Orleans.
I am also going to take New Orleans against it.
Isn't that how they say it down there? New Orleans?
New Orleans.
New Orleans.
Something like that.
New
Yeah,
Orleans.
I don't know. I'm not Cajun.
You just
Judo!
when you do these local cities, and you basically have to say it the laziest way possible. It's like Baltimore. Nobody says Baltimore from Baltimore. They say Baltimore because they get the lazy with T. So just like New Orleans, instead of New Orleans, they say New Orleans. They just say it as lazy as possible, and then you'll have it. All right, next game: New York Jets, Buffalo Bills.
Buffalo.
Buffalo is already in the playoffs. I am also taking
Buffalo.
Although the Jets played a very good game against Tampa Bay last week and almost won that game. Even with Antonio Brown acting like a big baby running off the field for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Also, Antonio Brown said that Tom Brady needs him to play football. I don't think Tom Brady needs anybody to play football.
I was going to say, that's a bold statement. Yeah. Bold statement.
All right, next up, Cincinnati, who has won the division and locked in a playoff berth against Cleveland. Now, I would normally pick Cincinnati, but since they are already in the playoffs, they have already clinched the division.
Are they going to be resting?
And I doubt it. I don't know. But Cleveland has still had Cincinnati's number for the last 3 years. I'm picking Cleveland. So
that game is in Cleveland.
That game is in Cleveland.
I think they might rest people, so yeah, I'm going Cleveland as well.
Cleveland.
So far, we picked all 3 of the same teams.
Yeah, that's...
Next up, we got Green Bay, 13-3, clinched the division, made the playoffs. If they win this game, they're guaranteed the first week bye against Detroit.
Still going Green Bay.
Yeah, they're playing Detroit.
That's another one where I think they'll probably be resting people. You know.
Well, no, I don't know if they're going to rest them if they're going to get that first week bye.
We'll see. Yeah, I mean, they might start them, but I don't foresee their stars.
Well, I would say it depends on the score.
Yeah,
but they're playing Detroit too, right?
Yeah.
Okay, well, you can rest your...
You still have to realize they're still an NFL team, and the games, and even though they are losing a lot of games, they're not losing those games by much.
That's true. That's true.
They are in the games. They just don't win them. All right. Next up, we got New England, 10-6 against Miami, 8-8. New England slaughtered. I can't remember who they played, but they slaughtered somebody to 50-10 or something like that last week. They are in the playoffs. Miami does not have a chance to make the playoffs. They're just playing for pride.
Playing for pride. Still gotta go New England.
Yeah, I'm gonna agree on that. Next up, we got Chicago 6-10, Minnesota 7-9. No playoff picture game. This is just a head-to-head division game.
I think I'm taking Minnesota on that one.
Guy is taking Minnesota.
Yeah, I'll do Minnesota on that one too.
Guys is taking Minnesota. Since I want to change stuff up around, I think it's a 50-50 game to me. I'm gonna take Chicago. Although I feel like I'm wrong on it, but whatever. I just want to mix it up a little bit because every single game so far we've picked.
Yeah, I know it's not really.
Next up, Washington Redskins, New York Giants. Redskins 6-10, New York Giants 4-12.
I'm gonna go Skins.
It's gonna go Skins. I think the Giants were the team that got absolutely demolished last week.
I mean, New York kind of.
I'll take New York.
Really?
Yeah, why not?
All right. I gotta go Washington.
Guys, gonna go Washington.
I don't know.
Also, I do want to state
nothing
is that I just read something, and I was talking to the guy about it before, that New York Giants and the Jets are both being sued. I don't know by who, but for using the New York
for being called New
name,
York,
and they're not from New York. They're both teams are based in New Jersey, and the stadium is in New Jersey. Now the real question is, are they being sued because they suck and New York doesn't want to be associated with losers? Or would New York be fine with that if they were winners?
They're still an NFL team. So.
Yeah.
Does it have something to do with the owner? Maybe.
Well, I know most people don't like the Jets owner.
Okay.
The Jets, everybody seems to be fine with the Maras in New York for the Giants, but nobody really likes the Jets owner. Next up, we got Dallas, who has clinched the division and made the playoffs, who are 11-5, against Philadelphia, who is 9-7, and has clinched a playoff spot.
I'm gonna go Philly on that.
Because it's gonna go Philly. I'm pretty sure Philadelphia beat the crap out of the Giants last week.
It's in Philly too, right?
Yeah, it's in Philly. Dallas lost last week, I believe.
I still got good Dallas on that one. I think. Well, yeah.
All right, if there's any chance I'm catching Guy, I'm taking Philly for the regular season.
You gotta catch me first.
Stab and twist.
How much crap you talk when we give you an extra double point boost to get the game? Next
You
up,
agreed to it.
Carolina 5-11, Tampa Bay 12-4. Tampa has clinched the playoffs and their division.
Who's Tampa playing again?
Tampa is playing Carolina. In Tampa.
I'm going Tampa.
I think I'm taking Tampa as well.
I'll go Carolina.
Because it's going with Carolina. Well, that solves it. I'm definitely gonna beat them. All right. Next up, Indianapolis 9-7, Jacksonville 2-14. I'm taking.
Think we're going Indy.
Yeah. Jacksonville's what,
2-14. Next up, Pittsburgh 8-7-1. Baltimore 8-8. Like I said before, both of these teams are vying for a playoff berth. This is basically a playoff game.
Baltimore.
Um,
It's in Baltimore, so I'm gonna have to go Baltimore.
The Steelers kind of got behind Ben to win that last game against Cleveland last week. Do they want to help? Are they still on that emotional high? Going to try to bust them into the playoffs?
I mean, Pittsburgh-Baltimore game is always a knockdown drag fight.
Mm-hmm.
And
TJ
Baltimore is still decimated by injuries.
TJ Watt is 1.5 sacks away from breaking the NFL sack record.
Yeah, but Lamar is pretty elusive.
I don't know if Lamar's
I was going to
playing.
say, is he still out?
I don't know. I don't know the answer to that.
No.
I'm going to take Pittsburgh.
No, I'm going Pittsburgh as well.
Guys going Pittsburgh.
Like I said, I think injuries has just ruined
Did you say who?
I said Baltimore.
You said Baltimore?
Baltimore.
Let's go with the home team.
All right. Next up, we got Tennessee. Won the playoff berth and clinched the division. Tennessee Titans 11-5 against the Houston Texans. I'm taking Tennessee.
Tennessee.
Also, man, he's been injured for so long. I don't remember what his name is, but the running back for Titans,
Derrick
Henry is. I know he went back to practice. I don't know if he's playing or not.
I mean, I'm sure they're going to rest him for the playoffs.
Right. Next up, Kansas City Chiefs, 11-5. They are clinched their division, and they have playoff berth against Denver, 7-9. I would imagine. I don't really 100% know, but I think Tennessee is 11-5. Kansas City is 11-5. I'm pretty sure those two teams are playing for the bye game for the AFC. So Kansas City against Denver.
I'll go Kansas City.
Yeah, I'm going Kansas City.
All right, all three of us are going to go with Kansas City in that one. I'm done picking against Kansas City. I say that every week, but I always want to. I always want to pick against them. Next up, LA Chargers, 9-7 against Las Vegas, 9-7. Both of these teams need to win. The Chargers are more than likely going to make it, regardless of whether or not they win, but they could still miss the playoffs. Las Vegas definitely 100% needs to win to make it to the playoffs.
I'm going to go Charger.
I could almost see that one going either way.
Yeah, I'm picking the Chargers.
Come on.
Just go with the Raiders. It's a
Go with the
50-50
Raiders,
game
dude.
to you. If they're at home, you're picking the home team in Las Vegas.
All right, yeah, I'll go Vegas. Fine.
Talk them into it.
I'll go Vegas.
I mean, they could win. it's possible. It's likely. I don't know. Next up, NFC, San Francisco, 9-7 at the LA Rams. The LA Rams have clinched a playoff spot. San Francisco wins, they make it to the playoffs. If they don't win and the Saints win, the Saints go to the playoffs.
Mm-hmm. I'm still going LA, I believe. Although, if Green Bay wins, I don't know how.
Green Bay wins, they get the bye.
Right.
LA Rams.
Right, and then
win.
they might not have anything to play for.
Right. Also, wait. Let me see. No. Okay, I was just checking which one games were the Saturday games. There's two Saturday games: Dallas and Philadelphia, and Kansas City and Denver. So San Francisco against the LA Rams, guys, taking the LA Rams. Yep. I am taking the LA Rams. Cooper Kupp is very close to getting receiving yards record and the reception
Who's the home
record.
team again?
LA Rams.
Give me the Rams, man.
Next up, Seattle, 6-10 against Arizona, 11-5. Arizona has clinched the playoff berth. The division between the LA Rams and the Arizona Cardinals has not been settled. Whoever, if one team wins and the other team loses, then it can flip flop.
Cardinals.
Yeah, still gotta go Cardinals on that.
All three of us are going to go with the Cardinals. And that is it for the Week 18 picks. This will solve a lot of obviously it's going to solve this last game, solve a lot of the problems with the playoffs, and then we'll see who goes from there.
All right, there you go. Ladies and gentlemen, Week 18 of the NFL season. Our picks are in. I guess we will find out next week who the victor shall be for the regular season. That's what I was trying to think of.
I'm pretty sure with the picks that we did, I'm pretty sure that you're lock. I don't think we picked enough different games to catch you.
Well, we'll have final numbers on anything, next week.
Right,
So,
right.
either way, thanks for putting that together there, Mr. Casey. I'm, of course, Greg Guy, depending upon how you know me. Joined here by Mr. Coz. And everyone out there watching, have a lovely day.